Love and peace, peace and light. Hello, lovely light beings, and welcome to my channel. On this particular video, I'm going to be talking about ley lines and also portals in ancient civilizations. But before we get started, I just would like for you to thumbs up this video and like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have over 800 videos here on the Kimberly Purpoz channel. I talk about the American Aborigines. I talk about spirituality and also mental health. So don't forget to subscribe. You will also get updates on when I post my videos and whenever I go live. Alright, you guys, let's get started. So I want to talk about the ley lines. A lot of times ley lines are not really fully discussed in archaeology. A lot of times they try to say that it's a pseudoscience, but it was definitely used a lot by the indigenous ancient people across the globe. And also here, especially here in the Americas, the American Aborigines with the mounds and also with the pyramids, there's a correlation, and oftentimes it gets overlooked. I personally believe and have theorized, I have a theory that there's a cover-up as to how the ley lines work and how they are interconnected with these ancient civilizations, you know, and how companies and big corporations and the rich elite use these ley lines for their own gain, you know, because these are power source. You know, ley lines is energy, and it's a deep-rooted connection with the earth. The indigenous people, the Americas, the American Aborigines, oftentimes share stories and also explains the ley lines are the veins of the earth. It circulates energy throughout the whole planet. And oftentimes, a lot of these ancient buildings, I would say pyramids and mounds, are connected to these ley lines, and it's oftentimes overlooked. I did a video years ago talking about the American mounds. I went to the Etowah mounds, and I saw firsthand how these companies are built right on these ancient mounds on purpose, because I believe they're generating energy from the earth to harvest these companies and hoard resources from the planet, you know, and it is never meant for that. And so, and you can see it with the earth. The earth looked drained when I went inside the rivers. It just didn't look healthy, you know. Yes, but check out those videos. I'm gonna put the links to all my playlists, you know, for the Kimberly Purpoz channel on below. But I did talk about the mounds in several videos. So, but yeah. Okay, so I went on and checked with Chat GPT about, you know, the ley lines. I wanted to get more information, more insight about what AI has to say about this topic. What I asked Chat GPT was, what are ley lines and how do they relate to ancient civilizations? And this is the answer that Chat GPT has.
Ley lines are hypothetical alignments of various historical landmarks, religious sites, and geographical features. The concept suggests that these sites are positioned along straight lines that carry spiritual or energetic significance. The term was popularized in the early 20th century by Alfred Watkins, who theorized that ancient peoples intentionally placed their structures along these lines for purposes related to navigation, trade, or spiritual practices. In relation to ancient civilizations, proponents of the ley line theory argue that many cultures, such as the Maya, Egyptians, and Native Americans, may have constructed their temples, mounds, and other significant structures in alignment with celestial bodies or other important landmarks. They believe these alignments could signify a deeper understanding of the earth and cosmos, serving religious or ceremonial purposes. However, it's worth noting that the existence of ley lines is debated among scholars and archaeologists, with many considering them a pseudoscientific concept rather than a validated archaeological theory.
Alrighty, so there you have it. Some scientists, archaeologists, don't believe that it is true, but I also believe that a lot of things don't get publicized because it's only meant for the rich elite. They don't want the general public to know about these things because they don't want, people tapping back into their indigenous roots, into ancient knowledge, because they want to keep it for only the select few. And that's why a lot of things are kept hidden. This knowledge and how, ley lines actually work, here on this planet. Alrighty, you guys. So we talked about what AI has to say about the ley lines and what is going on with the ley lines, and I described how ley lines were used by the indigenous people in placing these locations, such as the pyramids and the mounds. But now I'm going to have share another video with you all. This next video I'm sharing with you all, it pretty much goes more into details about how ley lines was used across the whole planet by different civilizations, ancient civilizations across the globe, not just by the American Aborigines, but also by other places such as Stonehenge, as an example. So, and how a lot of modern things, like the cathedrals and churches, now are built on top of them, including corporations and things like that are built on top of these ley lines in order to generate the energy, and that's how they hoard energy and resources and keep power over the people, over this whole planet. So I'm going to share that with you all.
So let's talk about ley lines and how ley lines are Earth's hidden nervous system. Currents of electromagnetic energy that run like veins and rivers beneath our feet. Ancient civilizations, they didn't just stumble upon them, they always knew they were there. They placed their monuments and structures with precision and strategy. Pyramids, Stonehenge, Serpent Mound, all of those places are sitting directly on these lines. So why? Because ley lines amplify energy, consciousness, and even ritual. So let's fast forward to modern times, to today. The governments know this as well. Washington, D.C. wasn't designed at random. The obelisk and dome sit directly on ley alignments, creating a flow of power. Cathedrals, military bases, and even a particle accelerator like CERN. They're always built where the Earth's veins are strongest. They use the same grid that the ancients tapped into. Ley lines aren't myth, they are true circuitry of the planet. And those in power have always known how to plug into it. And of course, they use it against us at this time.
Alrighty, now you got more information about the ley lines and how it applied to ancient civilization. Now we can go much deeper and dive much deeper into how, it was how these circulatory systems were expanded across the whole planet by tree stumps. And the next video is going to talk about the tree stumps that were found under the ground. A lot of ancient trees were huge and it was chopped down. I oftentimes wonder, you know, what these trees would have looked like. I know in the movie the Avatar talks about how it gives a vivid description or picture of how a visual of how all of this took place in the Americas, because they were always after the trees and cutting down the sacred trees, and these giant trees was all over the planet, and so now they're underground, and these tree mounds were all over the whole entire planet, and it holds energy as well. And so, if y'all don't know, I did do a video in the past a long time ago about the Avatar. I did think I did that might have been like 5 or 6 years ago, maybe even longer than that. But it was a while back. If I find it, I might put a link below to that video. But I was talking about, the Avatar movie as well as it applies to American Aborigines here in the Americas, and the AKA Black Americans. So, yes, but this next video goes more into details about these tree stumps, and check it out. It's an excellent resource.
Did you know that ancient pyramids were built upon ancient tree stumps? They're the nodes, the ley lines, the connectivity of Earth. The cut down or weathered down stumps, where the X marks the spot of a root system that extended all across Earth. Thus, the ley lines are the veins that transfer energy. LiDAR has provided the opportunity and the ability to see with advanced technology, evidenced by these images of an ancient tree stump encapsulated as a pyramid. As a water source was needed for these giant ancient trees, so is there a reservoir or a running river underneath all pyramids. The strange locations worldwide of these locations for the pyramids were already determined by the locations of the trees and the ancient tree stumps and their root system. Ley lines.
Alrighty, you guys. I'm glad you got a chance to learn more about the tree stumps and more about the ley lines and how it's like a vein, a circulatory system throughout the planet. And so, in learning more about the ancient trees that was among this whole planet, it was like a network. So the next video I'm going to share with you all is about portals. We're going to go more into portals and ley lines and everything. Now the veil has been broken pretty much. It's been lifted. And we're starting to see things a lot more clearly. More and more of us are waking up and tapping more into our indigenous roots and culture, We're learning more about ancestral guidance. And believe it or not, going to these ancient locations helps us to have a deeper rooted connection to our indigenous heritage and roots and spirituality. And so this next video is really good. She talks more about how the veil has been broken and how we're learning more and more about this lost ancient wisdom. So check it out.
And as I sat at this mound, I said, I'll be back, because a storm was coming. And I want you to keep something in mind, that this mound is not that far from President's Island, and President's Island is where the AI Supercenter is. You think that space was chosen just because? The ley lines are reactivating. The Stargate portals are opening. And the people who are supposed to be participating and guiding, they don't know who they are. They don't remember their power. They don't think they're enough. They feel like failures. But you are the true chosen ones. And as you heal, you will remember who you are. As you integrate with the shadows, as you learn to turn pain into purpose, you will live a life of purpose. We won't have to slave ourselves for wages that's not enough. We won't have to hate waking up and going to work on Monday anymore. We won't have to just take the weekend of the deal and it's the only time we get to rest like slaves. That is changing. We are here to shift a paradigm, but all paradigm shifters must experience the void, the liminal space, the space where it seems like nothing is working out in your favor, because we must learn how to not allow our external environment to dictate our internal energy systems. It's time for us to break up with codependency on what we see outside of us, because the physical material world is what was. It is what you cannot see that will be. And we must learn how to walk by that faith that we learn and not by that sight of what we see.
What if I told you that your body was never meant to be separate from the earth? What if every breath, emotion, and heartbeat was designed to interact with the living intelligence of the planet? You are not just on Earth, you are a part of the Earth. You are with the Earth. And right now, the organic planetary grid is coming back online. Can you feel it? We are currently in the middle of a major energetic intensification for the ley lines and the organic soul grid of this planet. As many of you know, we just passed through the palindrome portal, but that's not it. We also happen to be entering the G cloud right now, which is a local interstellar cloud that Earth has never come into contact with before. And these cosmic events only act as activators for the return of our organic ley lines and our organic soul grid. The grid that we live and operate off of today is based off of a man-made, engineered version of the organic grid. But as the veil falls, so does their fake grid. Lately, the land breathes differently, speaks differently. It just is different. So what does that mean for us? Now this is where it gets good. First of all, what are ley lines? Ley lines are energetic pathways that crisscross the Earth like a planetary meridian system. They carry pure life force energy, otherwise known as chi, prana, or even telluric current. They connect sacred sites, ancient monuments, and natural power points across the globe. These ley lines are Earth's nervous system, and they send signals to the body of the planet and the beings who happen to be upon it. And when we connect with these ancient ley lines and when we ground, we are not only connecting with the Earth physically, but we are connecting to her on another level. We are syncing with Earth's ancient intelligence. Just as humans have acupuncture points and energetic channels, the Earth does too. And right now, these pathways are reactivating. And as a result of all of this energy is waking up a forgotten state of symbiosis between the planet and our physical vessel. These human vessels and the Earth were designed for co-evolution. This is why the planet can even respond to us just through intention. We can tap directly into these ley lines with intention or harmonic resonance. This is why grounding even works in the first place. Your body is technology that was designed to work directly with the planet. We gotta let that sink in for a minute, because I don't know if y'all hearing me. This is the most advanced piece of technology that you could ever come across. There are many mechanics that go behind symbiosis. Symbiosis is a forgotten language between Earth and humanity. As the organic grid awakens, we do too. Symbiosis is literally the biological blueprint of unity. We were meant to work in unison, in harmony with the planet, as a living, energetic, intelligent being. If you have been feeling more emotional, more activated, and more called to nature, it's not just you. You are sinking to a multi-dimensional event, and you are the bridge. With that being said, I would love to invite my soul tribe to go ahead and use this time to connect with this grid, to reawaken your forgotten powers, to come back online. During these times, drink plenty of water, get as much grounding in as you can, and go out into nature if you can. Practice your breath work, do your yoga out in nature if you can. Meditate. Just be intentional about the way that you connect to this planet. We are not entering the unknown. We are simply re-entering what has always known us. Let this interstellar cloud, the G cloud, wash your memory clean. Let this palindrome portal reflect your truest self. And finally, let the grid respond to your body's light, to your harmonic resonance. This is your return sequence. Get excited. I know you feel it. Type activated down below if you've been feeling this energy, if you've been feeling called to nature. We need to be doing everything that we can do to anchor the collective into higher dimensions of consciousness, as well as ourselves too. It is time for us star seeds, light workers, portal activators, and grid keepers to stand up and take charge, to remind our people of who they are and where they came from. It is our job to do so. And if you don't remember, you will soon. And with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. That's a lot to think about, I know. I love you. Bye.
Alrighty, I'm glad you all got a chance to sit through the videos that I have put together, from TikTok, about the ley lines. You got a chance to learn more about what ley lines is all about and how it was, it's a network, energy circulation throughout the whole planet. And also you got a chance to learn about the portals of the ley lines as well, and how it's also connected to the different ancient locations, such as the pyramids and the mounds. So yeah, so we got a chance to talk about this treasure trove of information. And so yes, I think it's very important that everybody go, and especially the American Aborigines, go to these mounds and the pyramids, to these ancient sites that our ancestors built, and get connected to these ley lines so you can have a spiritual download. It opens up your eyes to a lot of things. You connect with the earth, you connect with your ancestors, and you connect with the universe, and you begin to transition and grow into growing into a higher level. You have a more expanded view about the world and about the universe and about spirituality. Learn more who you are, that we're all interconnected in some kind of way or form or fashion. So yes, well, this is going to be the conclusion of my videos. All the videos that I shared, the creators, please check them out on TikTok. They are excellent resources. They have excellent channels, great channels, so check them out. Don't forget to also subscribe to their channel and give them the support that they need. And yes, and please like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have over 800 videos on my channel talking about the American Aborigines, mental health, and spirituality. I also have a backup channel, another channel called the Purpoz Healing Arts channel. I do my channel reads every week here on both the Kimberly and Purpoz channel, and I also upload more information about, my channel reads, more channel reads or collective reads on that channel. I talked about universal guidance and ancestral guidance. I go more into metaphysics and spirituality, crystals, I talk about astrology, so it's a lot, another treasure trove of information as well. So don't forget to binge watch my videos here on the Kimberly Purpoz channel, and also go binge watch over there at the Purpoz Healing Arts channel as well. Yes, I also have some new, I have my Peace and Light, Love and Peace, the candles that are now available on the Purpoz Healing Arts shop. Don't forget to check that out. I have some products on that shop, as other products as well. And don't forget to check out my Psychology Essence shop as well. On that shop, I have digital downloads of my mental health journals and workbooks. So don't forget to check that out as well. And they are all on mental health. And yeah, so that's going to be it for you guys. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, love and peace. Bye bye.